Men all over the world are finally accepting the fact that their best chance to live a peaceful life is to go their own way and refrain from dating and relationships, essentially making sure they stay away from the drama of being with women. It is now clear that traditional dating as we once knew it is no longer an option, and I highly doubt that the majority of people will ever resume it in the next decade. Essentially wasting their time and money, men and women would go out and meet in public, the guy with his sights set on giving the woman physical pleasure in the bedroom, and the girl hoping to find love and comfort. This was the standard method of hooking up that most people would use. The male would have to devote his resources, money, time, energy, and attention, while the woman would be anticipated to get presents and be taken out on expensive dates before having to satisfy the man at the conclusion. The entire relationship dynamic is deteriorating, and trust me, it will be replaced with something new based on social interactions, the economy of the nation, and particularly with how difficult times are getting due to the rising inflation, where women are becoming more and more desperate to help pay for their monthly basic needs like utilities and gas. The old dating model of going out to eat and have drinks is decaying and will be replaced with entirely different as the years go by and we see the genders evolve. Although these instances are hypothetical, they carry a lot of weight and can help us choose where we should head. I want you guys to take a look at the younger generation and note how they have become more commercialized recently, especially in the wake of the epidemic. Look at ladies online as cam girls busting it wide open for the world to see. Look at women on Instagram partying in yachts of wealthy men. Look at young women on sugar daddy sites searching for arrangements. And look at the emergence of OnlyFans. I mean, you only have to think about it and see where women's mentality is drifting towards these days. They are desperate not only for attention, but also for money, status, and fame. And they'll openly advertise themselves online to attract wealthy older men to take care of them, while they take care of their physical and sometimes social needs. It's like women are now openly monetizing their bodies online, and that's the height of desperation. In today's culture, these things are happening right now and are getting more and more common. As a result, women are now openly selling themselves on the street in broad daylight to supplement their income in the face of an impending worldwide depression. If you have any doubts about what I'm saying, all you have to do is go online and glance at these Instagram, OnlyFans, and sugar daddy sites, and you'll see the proof for yourself. But the majority of you don't want to face the truth because you'd rather live your life in denial and pretend that things you disagree with don't exist than acknowledge that this is where we are going. If you wish to enforce morals, then go ahead. But the fact is that most young women nowadays are engaging in such activities to earn additional income. Additionally, consider who is influential in the dating industry right now. The younger generation, which has no trouble participating in these activities for a small amount of money. Now, you are not required to take part in it, but this is the reality of where we are going, and I'm just here to report on it, not to persuade anyone to do something they believe is against their moral code. I want you guys to keep in mind that dating and selling intimacy are often closely related, and I just read an article that emphasized dating as a new idea that replaced courting. Back in the day, people considered it unethical for men to bring women outdoors and entertain them. But because we were raised watching individuals engage in the sort of courtship that we now know as dating, it became the standard for us. As a result, I anticipate that the way in which we date in the future will alter and grow into something else. For those who don't know what ethically monogamous is, I'll give you the definition because it's a new nonsense phrase that has just been used instead of saying polyamory. I anticipate it will be related to women selling themselves like what we see online inside an ethically monogamous relationship. In essence, polyamory sounds better when used to describe ethical non-monogamy, which is the practice of engaging in relationships that are not fully exclusive between two individuals. To accommodate people's sentiments, they alter the meanings of things. I brought up morally non-monogamous partnerships because, given the state of the dating industry today, this is where we are heading. To help you all comprehend what I'm saying, Allow me to provide an example that you can all connect to. Let's say a young Generation Z girl has a boyfriend who is roughly her age, and the two of them cannot afford to pay their bills and living expenses in full each month. The girl decides to sign up for a sugar daddy website, and with her boyfriend's permission, get choked by a sugar daddy for an extra couple of dollars to help pay for their living. This is likely to be the new dating model, and things are looking up for older, wealthy guys like ourselves. Young men will be under some pressure to accept that their girlfriends will be making money off of them and selling themselves on the side. This conduct will be referred to as ethical monogamy, or polyamory to us. And if you're still not convinced, just take a look at the females who have boyfriends on OnlyFans. These boyfriends have to be okay with their women flaunting it for thousands of horny men from all continents. Because she earns more money than him, some boyfriends are forced to follow her initiative and do her in front of the camera. Other times, when the content gets dull and the boyfriend is the only one slamming the girl, she will bring in a fan or another OnlyFans star to have an intimate encounter with on camera in order to maintain her subscriptions, and the boyfriend will have to put up with it. We are moving in this direction as a result of the deteriorating economic situation. The new dating model will be ethical non-monogamy. And believe me when I say that the law will alter to partially legitimize pay-for-play relationships between men and women. To protect morals, the government won't assist women on their own. In the end, they don't care about women in that way, so either they'll tax men and give the money to women, or they'll make it relatively legal for men to pay for play to support women with conventional dating and marriage. Women will publicly sell themselves to get through difficult times. Let's take a look at recent dating app activity to support my claim. We have the argument of hypergamy and women choosing high-value guys in the first place, since it is commonly known that at least 80% of women prefer to date the top 20 men on dating apps, while the lowest 80% of males are either convicted or barely able to obtain a date with one lady. Honestly, women would rather share one high-value guy than date a man they feel is below them in status or a man who cannot provide for her needs. Good, we can all agree on that. How is that any different from the 90-10 rule or ladies who are part of modern-day harems? You only need to open your eyes to realize that what I'm saying is already taking place. Consider the cases of Andrew Tate and Dan Bilzerian. They are both wealthy, high-value men, and I don't imagine either of them dating just one lady. No, I notice both men surrounded by a number of women who are quite content to share these men. If I'm being honest, it appears to me that these ladies are members of a harem. I am aware that some of the women are paid, but it appears that the other women are content to belong to a group. And if I may, I think this will work for the majority of males. Men wouldn't need to contact women and waste money on dinner dates and other pointless activities just to go on a standard date if they were more financially independent and morally loose. As an alternative, any male may sign up for a profile on a sugar daddy website and wait for the ladies to approach him. Depending on the kind of woman you desire, it would then cost several hundred to several $1,000s to acquire what you actually want. What I'm trying to say is that, gentlemen, be very wary of how the social dynamics of relationships are evolving as we speak. As men, you need to accept this. What was moral 20 years ago might not be today. Men and women having multiple partners while staying exclusive might not have been okay before, but now it is supposed to be. I don't think it works even for a second, but it's something that is so common now that you can't even deny it. On top of that, social media and the pandemic that has led to worsening economic situations in the world have really changed this relationship dynamic further. I say be wary because women can now openly sell themselves on these websites to earn money, and they believe that it's okay to do so, or because they have no other choice. Hence, if this is the case in your relationship, know that it will never be the same again, since women will now sell their bodies.